Taurus. This is going to be for the sign of Taurus for the month, for the rest of the month of October. And this is Sun, Moon, and Rising. I am a Taurus Sun and Venus. So I'm interested to see what comes out for us in this reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can email me at meditatingcoach@gmail.com and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So we're going to get started. Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, first card that came out, food, nourishment, relationships, health. So I feel like this card came out because some of us are overeating. The last few planets going into retrograde, I know Taurus, we love to eat and we find comfort in it. So some of us, the Taurus need to make sure they're nourishing their body, that they're feeding their soul and not just comfort food. Also, food for thought. What are you feeding your relationships? Are you feeding your relationships with your heart or your ego? And remember also, it's okay to indulge sometimes and enjoy food, but you have to have a balance and make sure you're eating to optimize your health as well, Taurus. Next card is the Amethyst. Psychic abilities, behavior patterns. So I feel like this card is coming out, first of all, I feel like a lot of Taurus are stepping into their gifts, to their psychic abilities. And we're so grounded in so many ways that sometimes we don't allow ourselves to feel fully what's going on. We feel like, okay, wait a second, I need to ground this, I need to get this together, I'm going too far into dreamland, but that's okay. It's really time, Taurus, to step into your psychic abilities and your gifts. And if some of you are thinking of making this a profession and making an income off of this, you definitely can. I remember I'm a psychic medium, an intuitive healer, Reiki practitioner. I was afraid to say those things at one point. We're conditioned to believe, oh, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do this, or this has to be this way, or this is going against a religion you were conditioned to believe that that's your truth. And it's important to remember that you have these gifts and abilities to live out your purpose. So it's okay to generate and figure out ways to generate income off of these abilities and stand in your power. Also, Taurus, watch for behavioral patterns. We kind of get stuck. Taurus gets stuck in a lot of ways in their energy and in situations. And I feel like there's relationships that you have patterns with. It could be family, it could be a spouse, friendships that kind of hinder you from really stepping into your psychic abilities. So it's really a time to switch things up. And I know how stuck a Taurus can get, but we have to remember that we're not a tree. We do have the ability to pick up and go, as scary as it can be and as uncomfortable as it can be. So I really believe that that's really important to understand. to step out of your comfort zone a little, Taurus. The next card is Unicorn. Innocence, trust, honesty. So I feel like there's a lot of inner child healing going on. And there's such a beautiful part of you that really doesn't want to see the bad. Although you've been through so many different things, your heart is so pure. And you shouldn't feel bad about that. You shouldn't feel like that is a disadvantage, because it's not. In a world full of so much hate and pain, to have trust and to be able to be honest and to have that innocence, that's beautiful. That's magic right there. That's magic, like a magical unicorn. You know, you're full of magic, Taurus. You really are. And you need to make sure you trust. Trust yourself. You know what you're doing. It's really a time for Taurus to understand, and even if you have to affirm this and forgive yourself for decisions you may have made that you feel like hindered your growth, it's a time to trust yourself again. You know what you're doing. You're not going to go through those things again. You're not going to be stuck in pain. And you know, you are aware, Taurus, of the red flags. You are not that same soul. You know, you've evolved, you've ascended. So it's really important to trust yourself and be honest with yourself about where you're going and what you want out of life. And be clear, Taurus. This came up in another person's reading. I forget. I think it was Gemini. I'm not really sure. But write down what you want. Write down what you would like out of a significant other. And surrender. Let go of what was. Holding on and feeling like you have to stay in this place, you have to be connected to this person, you can't move on. I know how stuck we can get in our pain, but you're hindering your growth. You are not going to get what you want in life if you don't surrender and release and trust, because everything is coming together, Taurus. Everything is coming together. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Full moon. Completion. Culmination. You're coming to an end of a cycle, a karmic cycle, and a rebirth. Taurus, this is a rebirth, but this is almost like the first time you've been born, because this rebirth is so powerful. And, you know, it's been so difficult. And so many different people that you thought were supposed to be there or that you loved, it was hard to move forward. It was hard to create that completion, to accept that completion, but it's here. And you deserve to live the life that you've wanted to live. You deserve the love that you've been giving out so free. And this is about to be so beautiful. You may have some difficulty, of course, because, you know, anything new or anything changing can make us feel a little anxious. But things are coming together. Things are ending, and these completions need to occur so that you can have the life that you so wanted and deserve, Taurus. You deserve it. It's a time of really setting your intentions, Taurus. What do you want to bring in? You know, what would you like? What do you really want in your career, Taurus? What do you really want in your travel plans? Make a vision board. Create that life. It's right here. I promise you, I see it, I feel it, it's present. It's just a matter of you accepting it and saying, I welcome in the new. I'm not attached to the past. I'm not attached to the pain anymore. I surrender, God. I surrender, universe, whatever you call great spirit, whatever you call it, something bigger than you is in control and doing so much of the work. Surrender that illusion of control and say, I welcome in the new. And thank you for what you've taught me, past, but it's time to move forward. Wow. Taurus. You are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. It follows back up with the other card, psychic abilities. So I feel like a lot of you are thinking of starting spiritual practices and you don't really know where to begin. Your tribe is here and your tribe is coming. Ask for help and welcome in. Be willing to receive, Taurus. Be so willing to receive. I used to say, oh, I don't like surprises. Don't surprise me. I know it's so dramatic, but that was from my pain and my hurt and the different levels of abuse that I endured. Abuse is a surprise, most of the time. And now I'm past that. I've worked so much on my healing. I'm like, I welcome in. I receive. I'm willing to receive. I deserve to receive. And if you're getting ready or you've been thinking of starting a spiritually based practice, get started. Don't think about how many people are doing it, how many followers someone has, how many interactions people have, or how people feel about someone else. Focus on you, because you as an individual have so much to give, and when you focus on you, you are always going to win. Stay in your lane, because huge, beautiful things are coming together for you, Taurus, and you deserve it. Make sure you focus on your health. You're full of magic. Completion, the pain is gone. The storm is over. Even if you see a few ashes and the dust is still settling, Taurus, it's over. It's time to move forward, stand in your power, and create the life that you've always wanted and that you deserve, Taurus. Enjoy the rest of October, and I'll see you in November.